7-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 25-yard
line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Pick it up! Pick it up!
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? First down, a run with Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hatchet. 80 weapon.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Throwing on first down. Justice. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Get up! 180! Mike 50. Let's go, D.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Get up! 180! Alert! Alert! Turn up! Kill!
Trubisky will throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Alert!
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen spinning past him. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Trubisky's pass, intended for Anthony Miller, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. It is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to throw. Justice is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Go! Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. On the ball, dude.
Operating from the gun. Justice. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Lucky. Go.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
7. First down, Vikings.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. Topper. Hey, Haywood. Snap.
From the gun, Justice. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Vikings first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their mobile quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Now it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, he'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, alert. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Hey, ball. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Orville. I'm going for back.
Operating from the gun. Justice. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field, you take a shot here in the first play? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Justice. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Completes it to Miller. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, 89 yards. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Good on. 180. 52. All day, baby, all day.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe
it's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Lock in.
On first down, Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ready? 10-2 stop. 64, quick.
They'll go again with Sanders. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, wahoo! Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Justice. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 30 base.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
It's a 2nd and 10 at the 21.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Demir Bird. His second touchdown on the season as they have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Go! 180! I'm coming for you. You must.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This one into the hands of Burton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Cohen. He gets away from one. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's it, baby.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw, and he completes it to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Justice. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Justice. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they can't corral him. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's what I do. Twist.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
Come on, fellas.
1st and 10 at the 26.